Hello YouTube, it's Chris and I'm back in the Bolt. Hey, and it's been a while since my last video. You remember my last video was about 3 real things that people didn't like about the Chevrolet Bolt. And you know what? I think it's my most popular video. It's definitely got the most comments back and definitely, I think, the most views. So I've had my Bolt almost a year now. I've done over 13,000 kilometers, which is important because I'm coming up on that 15,000 kilometer lease, annual lease mileage. 3 real things that are great about the Bolt. The first, of course, it's a full electric car. And why is that important? You know, you've got your gasoline power cars, diesel, you've got hybrids, and you've got electric. I actually have 2 cars, the Bolt, and I have a hybrid as well. You definitely want a full electric car and not a hybrid. The problem with hybrids is although you get some of the advantages of having an electric car, you still have all the disadvantages of having a gasoline powered car. You still have to do all the maintenance. You still have to put fuel in it. You still have all the consumables that are involved with gasoline powered cars. And you know, I just read a study actually from Ipsos that they were talking about North America market and how people feel about electric cars. And it's amazing to think that still 80%, even in 2018, 80% of people in US and Canada still are asking all the same questions. They're concerned that an electric car, that it will cause more cost on your electricity bill. They're concerned that it can do highway speeds. They're concerned about reliability. They're concerned about durability. All these amazing things that they're not seeing the advantages of having an electric car. One thing I wanted to do for you is after 13,000 kilometers, I just wanted to show you the costs. So I'm using my Odyssey minivan as a comparison, which used 15 liters per 100K. For fuel, and the cost of fuel in Vancouver here is over $1.50 a liter. So if I was to drive 15,000 kilometers in that Honda Odyssey, I would have spent at this point $3,400 Canadian to drive 15,000 kilometers at 15 liters per 100K. Conversely, driving the Bolt, I'm going to use for the Bolt an average of 15 kilowatt hours per 100K. I would have cost me $265 to go the same amount. So that's a savings of well over $3,000 compared to driving a Honda Odyssey. Now they're different vehicles, obviously. One's an 8-passenger, one's a 5-passenger, so on and so forth. But you can see that there is a real savings in fuel alone by driving an electric vehicle. Another thing that people just don't get the idea around having an electric vehicle is that it's silent. It's nice to drive in a vehicle where you're not rattling down the road in a diesel. I think people just get used to it, and they just can't until they've driven an electric vehicle. They don't see that value. Another great thing about electric vehicles, you'll never go to the gas station. I haven't been to the gas station since June of last year. No time at the gas station, no money spent at the gas station. You know, refueling your electric car is different. You bring it home, you park it in your garage, and you plug it in. And a few hours later, you get an email from the car saying, hey, you're 100% full. The second real advantage to the Chevrolet Bolt is the technology in the car. You know, it is a small car, but they've packed features into the car, lots of tech. And I won't go through them one by one because I've made over 30 videos, and you can go back through those and see different parts of the technology that that you can look at. But I will read some off to you. Just the car has auto high beams. It's got forward braking. It'll give you an alert and flash on your windshield when it wants you to brake, and if you don't brake, it brakes for you. It's got lane keep assist, so it'll try to keep you within the lines when it detects lines on the road. It's got support for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's got bird's eye camera, and it's got a reverse camera. It's got a reverse mirror camera. It's got a front camera. It'll show you the distance between the car and the car in front of you in seconds. It's got a 6-speaker sound system with a subwoofer. It's got an app that comes with it so that you can lock or unlock the car. You can preheat the car, precondition it before you get in the vehicle. It's got regen braking. It's got a regen brake paddle and one pedal driving. It comes with OnStar support so that if you get into an accident, they'll know where you are and they can come in and help you out. Another great thing about the Chevy Bolt is that it supports 3 levels of charging. Of course, you can charge it just with your regular home 15 amp circuit. Kind of a trickle charge, charges about 1 kilowatt per hour, which on a 60 kilowatt hour battery means that to charge from empty to full, I think that's about 60 hours that would take you to charge the car. It also supports level 2 charging, which charges at 7 kilowatts per hour. So that one from empty to full, again, more like 9 hours. And then, of course, it supports DC fast charging, which they say is 80% within an hour. So that's great that you have 3 options to charge your Chevrolet Bolt. The Chevrolet Bolt is a great car for someone who has a smartphone, either an Apple or an Android-based smartphone. It relies a lot on the smartphone for a lot of the technology that comes through either Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And some people might think that's a weakness, but I see it as a positive because, of course, the refresh cycle on smartphones is a lot quicker than the technology on a car. Since I've had my car in the last year, the Android Auto is updated and added not only Google Maps but also Waze for navigation, and it's added a number of different audio streaming sources. Lots and lots of technology built into the Chevrolet Bolt. And I think the last thing that is real that people miss with the Chevrolet Bolt is the performance. It is a small car. It's kind of dorky looking, right? It's a little bit too tall, a little bit too narrow. Looks aside, it is a lot of fun to drive. First of all, it's solid. It's heavy on the road. It doesn't rattle, doesn't make any weird noises, but it's got 200 horsepower available to you the moment you touch the accelerator. It goes 0 to 100 kilometers in less than 6.5 seconds. This is really quick, and I don't think you notice it until you step down on the accelerator in a Chevrolet Bolt and you bounce past all the other cars that you wouldn't expect to. Really fun to drive. It's very small. It's easy to park. It's great. So to summarize that up, there's 3 things that are real that are great about the Chevrolet Bolt. One is it's full electric. And I'm going to say that right now in, it's March of 2018, I believe that it is the best value full electric car that you can buy in North America. The next thing that's great about the Chevrolet Bolt is the amount of technology that they've built into the car to make it a nice place to drive. And the third thing great about the Chevrolet Bolt is the performance of the car. It's quick. You can't deny that. It's quick, it's fun to drive, and it's silent. So hey, again, thanks for watching, and I hope this helps. Coming up a year on having the Bolt, and it's been a great vehicle, very solid. I've had no real issues whatsoever, and again, here I am almost a year later, and I still believe that the Chevrolet Bolt is the best option for buying an electric car available that you can get in North America. Thanks again. I'll see you guys later. See you next time.